Hello. What's up, y'all? Come on in to help me out. This your girl, Shema Ladd, personal development and premarital life coach, where we discuss an array of topics from any type of category, and I give it to you from a spiritual, biblical perspective. Okay, so stop right now, click like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that stuff, y'all, because your comments keep me going. Your comments keep me on my toes, keep me working for y'all to bring y'all this information. So I want to thank y'all anyway for rocking with me. You know, I've been doing this since 2019. I let it slow down for a little bit and then jump back in there. But, you know, you guys just keep rocking with me. I appreciate it. I so much love you for it. So as we grow, just know I'm praying over y'all. I'm looking at y'all. And as we grow, you know, more things will come. Yay! So subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So please share and get those subscriptions in for me. And, yeah, trying to get monetized on this channel. You know, we shifting from working in person to having to have digital products and online businesses and content creation. And this is my content creation. I'm giving y'all what I got here on Help Me Out. So I hope you enjoyed my last video, the hygiene of a queen. Yeah, so that's real nice. Anyhow, today we're going to discuss how to handle betrayals, how to understand who you are, and to move forward. People try to stop you, they try to hinder you. Why? Okay, so, you know, as you guys grow with me and rock with me, you know, I bring it to y'all straight. And it's been 2 years now since my father passed, and today is thus the day that we buried my father. Okay, 4 days after my birthday. Today thus is the day. And I had to learn, and I had to walk through, and still walking through, betrayal. Betrayal, you know, from what was a best friend, betrayal from what was a mother, you know, and thieves. So I want you guys that are listening to this, as I explain to you why people treat you that way, right? Because as a personal coach and a personal development, I'm all about growing. I'm all about transmuting negative energy into positive energy. You know, I'm all about walking in the spiritual places and addressing things from spiritual places, okay? And, you know, making sure you stay clear from depression, anxiety, you know, running in circles instead of going a straight line, a thin and narrow line, walking into your purpose and your destiny. There will be thieves along the way that will try to move you off your destiny. But and watch my videos. Go back and watch my videos on righteous judgment. Go watch my videos on my series on fighting in the spirit realm, knowing what your weapons are. Please watch those, okay? Because if you use these tips that I'm giving you, it will help move you out of depression. If you're one of those people who has depression, if you're one of those people who can't see hope for yourself, if you don't have hope, okay? I'm telling you, and again, I don't tell you anything I haven't been through or I haven't seen. I'm a licensed vocational nurse, and my primary specialty is mental health. Mental health, okay? So I work with psychiatrists, psychologists, behavior specialists. I help and teach people with life skills and behavioral support. Okay, so as I, you know, that's my profession. Okay, so I want to help people understand when you lose things, you lose people, And I can hear this. You can hear it said in the church, your pastor said, but it's hard to comprehend it until it actually happened to you. And when it happens to you, you be dumbfounded. And you're going to have some people, you know, that believe what you said. You're going to have some people that don't believe in yourself and what you said, and they don't care. So how do you stand on your own 2 feet, 10 toes down, and move forward without getting stuck in a loop and in a circle, without being bitter? Okay? Without being hateful. All those things, right? So people will, especially if you're a chosen one. If you are a chosen one, if you are the strange one in your family, but you the one that's doing the most, they say you're doing the most and you making all them moves. If you are the daughter of a king, and go back and watch my video on it's Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast. Being the woman of a powerful man, or being a woman that is surrounded by powerful, truly powerful men who make moves. And you know, and you may connect with those things and understanding a little bit more too about what I'm explaining and what I'm saying right now. Okay, but when you that woman, or you that man, and you the one running things, and your parents was the one running things, or maybe it has nothing to do with your family. Maybe you just all that anyway. And it ain't because you're declaring you're all of that. It's just because you have to accept who you are, right? People who ugly, they know they ugly. And they can tell you they ugly. And some ugly people know they ugly, but they walk with so much confidence they attractive. And some, you know, when you know you're ugly. When you know you fat, you know you fat. When you know you gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous, you know you drop dead gorgeous. Okay, you know you. When you know you got them skills down and you got that business mindset and that entrepreneurial down, and you just doing you. But there's going to be people who support you, they rah-rah you, they want to pour into you, they want to donate and sponsor you, they want to do all these things with you. And then you're going to have the other people who's sitting there talking about you, dragging you, trying to destroy your reputation and make you look like you ain't what you actually are. How much effort and time and energy does it take to try to make somebody look like they not who they are? That's like burning your rubber wheel. Just put your foot on the brake and just spin that wheel. You ain't going nowhere. You're just making up a bunch of smoke and a funky smell. Look, excuse me. Okay, y'all. So how much energy does it take? So when you're using your energy, while they're using their energy in a unproductive, negative way, you're building. And you just doing you, what makes you happy, right? But what makes you happy can make somebody else miserable. It can make them be jealous of you, gossip about you, slander your name, and do all these things. I experienced that within like a 3-4 year period by 2 people. It was like a 1-2 hook, like a boop boop. People I would have never thought, not ever. And they say those are the ones that get you, the ones you never ever thought would have ever. Right? So then, understand too, don't expect everybody to take your side because you know the truth of the situation and what happened. Okay? Friends, family, you know, they're going to be divided. But you have to keep your eye on the goal and on the truth. And what God wants done in this moment. How you going to deal with that demon or that wicked person that tried to wrong you because they was jealous of your shine. They was jealous of your inheritance. They was jealous of your whatever they was, that they felt When you deal with those people that feel like they can just disrespect your name, disrespect your family, disrespect you and the work that you put in, the time you put in, the effort you put in. When you're dealing with those people, understand those people are peasants. Peasants. Because they coming to eat from your table. They need energy from your table. Peasants. They just want to get close and get what they can get to see if they can get a little bit of light to make themselves shine. To see if they can get a little bit of something to or either get a response out of you. But they there for two reasons. One, to get a response out of you because they got to have something to back up all the lies and the BS they done told everybody that's divided and can't tell what's right and what's wrong, what's true and what's right, even though it is common sense what's right. Everybody don't have common sense. And don't expect everybody to have common sense. You're going to have to walk in your lane. As for me, I walk in my lane. But I walk in my lane so damn good. Yeah. So good. And make them hate mouth. Because the shine just be shining. My cousin in Vegas said, I'm in Texas. My cousin in Vegas said, girl, you shining all the way from Texas to Vegas. I see you. Shining. Why? Because God keeps blessing me. Right now, oh, right now, the Lord keeps blessing me. Right now. Right? All day. Watch my videos on spiritual warfare so you learn how to stand strong, because the people that's divided, they going to come at you and they going to throw scripture at you. They going to try to tell you about forgiveness. Things they've been saying for centuries since we was colonized. Turn the other cheek and let them slap you again. That was colonizers put that in there. FYI. They going to tell you to turn your other cheek and let them slap you again. They going to tell you since they took your coat, give them your shoes and your jacket too. Matter of fact, give them all the food out your mouth too. They going to tell you, oh, while they over there stomping you down, half of the people just going to sit there and watch. And they going to smile and they going to laugh at you. Because they wanted to see you fall anyway. But the people that's closest to you that you thought would be there to rah-rah and cheer you, instead they lied on you. They slandered your name. They did manipulation. They disrespected your family. They disrespected your work, your time, your job. They stole from you. They tried to antagonize you. When, you know, those people, peasants. Peasants. Understand, you have the skills and the talent that they don't have. That's what's burning them up. You got the skills and the talents that they don't have. And it don't matter the age. It could be somebody who was older than that. Make it worse when they older than you. When they older than you. And they nasty, wicked flaws start coming out. Because you irritate their demons. And they can't control the jealousy and the envy. They can't accept the fact that you outgrew them. You outsmarted them. They can't accept the fact that people actually speak well of you. That you inspire people. And some of you may be that way because of your parents or whomever raised you. For me, it was who raised me. My mother, my biological father. They dang near same and one and the same. In a sense with differences, but, you know, I am my parents. So, understand that. And you will read, if you go back and watch my Daddy-Daughter series. I gave the 10 signs of a gold digger, how to recognize someone who's trying to infiltrate your family. How to break generational curses, how to recognize what's in front of you that's trying to manipulate or camouflage itself into your family, into your bloodline, into your legacy, your family legacy. People will try to steal from your bloodline. Why? What's running through your family? What's running through your blood that somebody actually want to steal it? I could relate that to North America, Europe, and Africa. What's running through Africa? What's running through all these black folks that they want to steal it and been doing it for centuries and refuse to let them rise? Refuse to pay them for what they did. Refuse to acknowledge them. Refuse. What kind of spirit is that? Recognizing what kind of spirit. And that's righteous judgment. Again, go back and watch my series, Righteous Judgment. You can flip through the videos. I'll try to attach it on here actually. The next video that plays after this one, I'll attach Righteous Judgment video 1. It's a series. So binge through that stuff, you guys, because I'm telling you, this spiritual content, this spiritual wisdom and knowledge I'm giving you, you know, anything that I do, if you know Shema, anything that I do, I don't have to do it. I do a lot of things, but I bounce between all of them, and I kind of create in my own timing, in my own way. And it may take slower, a little longer, versus someone who focuses just on one thing. But this keeps me, I'm not a redundant person. I hate repetition. I can't do the same job in the same environment day after day. I have to be traveling, whatever I'm doing. It has to be creativity. It has to be, you know, something thrown. That's why I'm a nurse. That's why I'm a nail tech. That's why I'm a music artist. That's why I'm an author. I can create in all of those areas. So, you know, my life is set up for how I move. Okay? So don't compare yourself to everybody. Do not. Set your life up to how you move. What makes you say, okay, I can function today. Because today I'm on this, but I know tomorrow I'll be on that. Okay? Today I'm on this video with y'all. Tomorrow I might be doing a music video. Or tomorrow night I might be nursing. Or whatever have you. Okay? I'm comfortable with that because it gives me variety. It gives me a peace of mind. My spirit, my soul is peaceful because I'm getting to do the things that I want to do. And it's a variety of everything, right? So focus on that, because everybody else that's the divided and split, that's going to be telling you to forgive, and they didn't mean that, and that's not your enemy, that's not your hater. That I had them telling me that my haters wasn't my haters. You know, and you know, don't. Some people, and I want to put this out there too, there are some people that are taking up for you. You may not hear them, you may not hear the conversations, but whoever betrayed you, whoever wronged you and your family, whoever did that, and you're a true man or woman of God, whoever did that, there are some people that are taking up for you. You just haven't spoken to them, and they just haven't said anything to you. They know the truth. They know what that person did, and they looking at them all kind of crazy. Okay, I have multiple families looking at my betrayer. My mother's side of the family, my father's side of the family looking at this person crazy. My kids' fathers looking at this person crazy. my stepfather family. I mean, so many families. And that, to me, that would be embarrassing to have multiple families looking at how someone did you who was not even, don't have no blood in your family. So I would be embarrassed, but some people are not embarrassed. They'll hold face. Your hater that came against you will hold a poker face card so tough and take it to their grave. They will be tormented, miserable, and depressed for the rest of their days. And it'll probably speed up their death, sure enough. But they'll go out like that before they apologize, redeem, and do what's right. And you have to be willing to accept that. You have to be willing to accept that. Okay, but understand that they're getting their payback. They're getting their payback. They're getting their payback. So, you know, just take that into consideration, you know, as you're thinking about your circumstances. and what someone stole from you or how someone betrayed you. It was jealousy. One of my betrayers actually literally told me right before the betrayal, actually before I became aware of the betrayal, I'll say that, before I became aware of the betrayal. You know, it was people all in the background that knew. Everybody knew, seemed like, but me, right? And so, you know, we were talking one day, and she was like, you know, you did the most growing and the most changing out of any of us, out of any of her friends. And she said, you did the most growing and the most changing. And I'm thinking, what does that mean? I was like, okay, well, cool, that's cool, thank you, that's cool, you know. And so, you know, this person, you know, wanted to be a nurse, just like I'm a nurse, and another one of our friends became a nurse. Well, she couldn't pass none of the tests. She couldn't get past none of the tests and none of the nursing exams, and she felt bad, and I felt bad that she felt bad, because I felt it was simple, because that's literally physically my area. I flow through that, those curriculums and those practicums and nursing, I exude it, okay? And so it's easy for me, educational-wise, cognitive-wise, to just bring that in and spit that out. But she was failing her classes. She tried for about 5 years, maybe even 6. And she even had a literal doctor helping her study and trying to help her pass her courses. She never made it, never got it. I think some of her jealousy was because I was a nurse making the money she wanted to make, but she couldn't do it. And maybe I was an irritant or a reminder to her. I don't know, you know. And then after she betrayed me, a year later, one of her other friends became an RN, and she got her nursing. So hopefully she don't do that to the other friend. Because she might not be able to stomach that her friends becoming nurses and she just can't get it done. You know, but jealousy, envy, pride, wannabes, you know, want to be the daughter of a king, but you wasn't the daughter of the king. You want to be the princess, but you're not the princess. You want to be the prince, but you're not the prince. He's the prince, and he's the king to be. You know, but people will want your position so bad, they'll start slandering your name. They'll betray you. And understand that. And even as I grow, and you know, I don't feel like everything's going to be peachy keen working in government or, you know, with Africa or the things that I have going on the other side, you know, especially in Africa where they, you know, they get rid of leaders and people who try to raise them and do something good, they try to get rid of you, and, you know, all these types of things. You know, there's going to be some people who try to get close to you and betray you. I was listening to this clip on YouTube, King Abraham Traore. Shout out Burkina Faso, King Abraham Traore, Africa till I get there. And so, it was saying that the man that served by his side for the last 12 years, that ate with him, drank with him, came to his house, knew his wife, his family, he had been sending intel information to Europe all them years. You know, Africa got that upgraded technology and stuff, and found them, walked them right on out, put them in the pen. Okay? You know, so that's 12 years. The one who betrayed me, I want to say we was friends probably like since junior high school. Since the 8th or 9th grade. We were friends. She moved from Chicago. We was friends since the 8th grade. You could have never told me she would have betrayed me. She was there when I had my kids, you know, da-da-da-da. That jealousy rose up. Jealousy rose up. Right? So, understand, the greater you are, the brighter you shine. There's going to be half and half. People who support you and who's going to push for what's right. people who gonna stand by and ain't gonna say nothing, or they gonna talk about it and try to make things worse for you, to destroy you. Them your two sides. I don't know if there's a kind of middle ground somewhere, maybe the ones who just watch and do nothing. And then the ones the other ones who try to destroy you and make things worse, make you fall. So it can look like you were what they said you were and thought you were. But what they're really doing is they're trying to say, I am as good as I think I am. Because she not that good. Because he not that good. Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm better than that. Oh yeah, I'm good. They ain't did the work. Personal development. They haven't done the work. Right? So they ain't did the work. But they steady looking at you wondering how. You did the work. You read. You studied. When you fell, you got back up and you went again. When you failed that test, you went and took that test again. You studied again until you found out what was the right answer. What was going to get you the right result that you wanted. The desired outcome. What? You put in the work. You skip going out to hang out with friends sometimes just so you could read and study more. Or you could do more research online or wherever. You was getting at it. So while they was talking with the negative energy, your energy was going into being who you are. Being who your mom and your dad told you to be. Being who God has called you to be. Being who you know you had to be because nobody else was going to be it for you. Right? So, hey, let them hate. And then the ones that's going to support you, they're going to support you. They're going to stand for you. And those who choose you, those are the ones that's choosing God. And that's how I look at the situation. Because I know I'm a godly woman. I speak it boldly. And my haters don't speak it boldly. They shake, they fumble, they fold. And run into witchcraft. So knowing your spiritual authority, knowing your spiritual rights, how to battle in the spirit, how to recognize what spirit is in a person talking to you, how to understand how do you judge correctly on which person to stand with. It's not which person is right or wrong, good or bad. Are you standing with what God said in his word? This is how we are to judge one another. This is how we are to support one another. This is how we are to forgive one another. Have you went through all the protocols, check, and you like, okay, this is what God would have us, this is what God would have me to do? Or are you going with what the crowd say? What's in style? What look cool? Because what look cool, if God ain't with that, your choice is, I'm not choosing God. I'm choosing this because this is more fun, and this is more interesting, and this is more drama. And don't get me wrong now, I like a little drama sometimes, but when it's drama that's actually hurting someone, hurting a family, or hurting multiple families, I kind of draw my line on that. It's only so much, it's a certain kind of drama you can deal with. Just a little, but I'm finna get no drama that's finna be messing people up, like in a serious manner. Okay? So, decisions and choices and decisions to be made, and y'all, that's what it is. Find your peace, find your groove. Understand peasants are going to try to eat from your table. They're going to try to steal from your house. They're going to try to survey your house and look at everything you do so they can figure out how to get to you, how to destroy you, how to take your spot, how to take your man, your woman, how to take your whatever it is they got their eye on that they think they want to take. Peasants. So whatever you have to chop up and let go of, understand that's the amount of torture and torment that's going to hit their bloodline. That's going to hit them. Especially if you standing on business and you're not letting you're not letting off of it in the spirit realm and with God. And, I can't say for certain. I don't know if you'll ever get to actually physically see, but you may hear through the grapevine of some of their disparities that has fallen upon your haters and your enemies. those that came against you. You may, I can't guarantee that. For some people will, some people won't, And some you don't really need confirmation. You just know in the spirit. If you can see well, you can see in the spirit what's actually happening with them. So you don't really need verbal confirmation or to hear it through a grapevine, because you literally see it. And your satisfaction comes from that. Like, okay, yeah. And then you know how to teach other people to walk in the spirit. What not to do, what to do, what are the laws. Because you've seen it happen with your own eyes. You watched it happen, right? So that grows you spiritually, and it helps you to become a good teacher and a good mentor on spiritual things, because you've tested it. You've tried it. You've done trials. Like, does it work? What's the outcome? What happened? And when you get the answer, so I want to clarify that. It's not that you're happy that your enemy is paying their price. It's not that you're happy that they're in despair or whatever. But you're happy and joyful because you know God didn't leave you and He meant what He said. Because you know now that if anybody touches you, they will pay the price. So the joy and the satisfaction is that it worked. Don't play with me. Don't touch me. Because if you do, and that smile is not out of bitterness or hate, it's out of confidence that you are who you say you are, and that God meant what He said about you, how the Holy Spirit dwells in you, and how the name of Jesus works when you come up against demons and people that are trying to come up against you. Witches, warlocks, whatever they got going on, whoever the mediums and palm readers they seeking to try to destroy your life, I wish you would. I wish you would. It'll be the worst mistake of your life and your soul. That's not arrogance. That's confidence. That you've done your work. You've tested and tried. You know what God will do for you. You know how the angels and the Lord protects you. Because you put the work in. You tested it and you tried. And it was found. Was it found true for you? Type your answer in. Type a comment. What did you try God on and you found out it was true and He got you like that? Type in what happened with you. And click like, subscribe, share, and comment, you guys. Yes. Yeah, guys, so know that about rising and succeeding. I watched Ibrahim Traore at Burkina Faso at the diaspora and ambassador conference, and he was received with love. Diaspora love Ibrahim Traore, and every time I get to comment on YouTube, I call him King Traore, and I'll be like, "We love you, King Traore. We love you, Ibrahim Traore. We love you." And so we love him, but there's other people that hate him and trying to kill him. All them death threats. There are people who actually love the mess out of Trump. Wash his dirty drawers. There's others who can't stand Trump. They're trying to kill him. So what kind of pressure? If you're walking into greatness, what kind of pressure are you ready for? Are you ready for that pressure? Are you going to be able to stand knowing that there's people that's looking to get you because they hate you good? But then there's other people who love you, who want to lift you up and see you go as far as you can go and be all that you can be. And then there's people who neutral on you. They lukewarm. They ain't doing nothing. Don't worry about them. Okay? So think about those things. As you climb into greatness, whether it's you're trying to be in corporate America, you're trying to be a tech giant, you're trying to be a ambassador, a president, whatever your thing is, your greatness that you're trying to walk into, are you ready for the pressure from the three sides? Really 2 sides, but 3 sides. On this day, I buried my father. And the rest of this week, 2 years ago, was betrayal and lies, manipulation and hate. Someone chanting and doing evil things of my father. And, you know, God has blessed me, blessed my kids, and I'm about to really, truly, truly bless them. I got some surprises coming. And so you guys, keep your heart clean. Make sure you're not harboring hatred or resentment or things like that. You have to keep yourself clean of hatred and resentment, bitterness. You know, you got to keep yourself clean of that. Okay, and you keep yourself clean from that by watching God bless you. After that woman, after that widow, I call her Black Widow. After that Black Widow betrayed my family and my bloodline like that, I got blessing after blessing. And you saw me. If you've been following me for a while, you saw my run, and I'm still running. Blessing after blessing. Awarded by the city of Austin. My book dropped, my new book, workbook dropped. My website dropped with my products, my product brand dropped. Double album release, bam, 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 dropped. You know, then I went on a nice little vacation, and God just blessed me along the way. You know, then I made number 7 with Sierra competition, dance icon. I placed number 7. You know, and y'all can't even tell, baby, your girl 50 years old. I just turned 50, okay, on the 9th. But your girl placed 7th place. Like, I ain't old by no means. I don't know. And maybe that's why I don't have a lot of friends. Most of the women my age, they can't hang with my energy level and my youthfulness, my activity level, my youthful mindset, you know. But hey, I'm going to do me. I love activities, and I'm going to do me. But, yeah, so my vacation was bomb. You know, I placed 7th place in the Sierra Dance Icon. Then I did choreography for Jacquees, a Jacquees song, actually Tyler Watt's song. Bam, Jacquees sent me a shout out on TikTok, and he shared my video. He got over 9 million viewers. Okay, then it was like, bam, then I got the opportunity, Hot Radio 2 invited me to perform at Kendrick Lamar concert in Dallas, Texas. Okay, so I'm like, top names, current top names. You know, Kendrick Lamar, then bust around and turn. I did enter a competition for Timberland, but I didn't put enough effort into that one. Whatever, but y'all hitting. You see what I'm saying? While people plotting on me, waiting to steal from me, disrespecting my family. You know what I'm saying? So that's how God will bless you, so you don't have the bitterness and hatred. He'll allow you to watch your enemy, whether it's naturally or spiritually, decay. Watch their life fall apart, or watch their kids or their grandkids' life fall apart. Because of the jealousy that they spewed, the lies they spewed, the things they stole. You can't steal and think you're going to be okay, and there ain't nothing going to come back on you. Stealing, thievery, hatred, all that stuff come back to you. It come right back to you. If that's what's spewing and seeping out of you, you stink. It's coming back to you. It's coming back to them. You know, so that's how you understand the balance of how God is working with you, how He is showing you, I'm still blessing you. Stay on your path. You were supposed to be done this way because I have a bigger assignment for you. I prepared you up to this point. And we have trials and tribulations, you know. We have to. That's what stretches us and grows us. If you don't ever have no trial, then what you going to do? Walk around happy all day, every day for the rest of your life? Where you see that at? Where you see that at? Are you growing and learning from your lessons? Are you growing and learning from your haters? And you might hear other YouTube videos and ministers say your haters elevate you. Your haters bring you fans because they talk about you. They so guilty. They know the truth about what they did. While they causing confusion, they don't want nobody else to know. You knowing is enough. They thought you was stupid, but you knew. And now they know you know. They want to debunk any truth that you tell because they don't want nobody to see who they really are. They don't want nobody to see what they actually did and that they was jealous of someone who was, like I said, maybe they're older than you. Maybe it was a grandma. Maybe it was a dad, an uncle, a boss. They way older than you, but jealous of you. Jealous enough to lie like a kid. An immature kid. That's embarrassing enough. Don't you think? Yeah. So, you know, they'll do that. People older than you. People who's supposed to be smarter than you. People who's supposed to have more money than you. People who's supposed to have a better job position than you. Because of your shine. Because of your confidence. Because of your raw natural talents and skills. Because of your presence and your anointing. Because your presence, when you walk in a room, it commands attention without you even saying a word. Because you draw people to you without even saying a word. They jealous because people don't draw to them the way they draw to you. They're jealous. And they may have more than you have. Don't expect an apology. Because if they're not getting counseling or help to get past that, they're going to sit that rock going to sit in the middle of their throat till they die. Because they can't swallow it. And want to admit it. But they're supposed to want you to do better. They're supposed to want you to do better, but sometimes they don't. Even in your own family. Like I said, half of your family, more than half, a lot of times, will turn against you because they don't have the strength or the energy or the know-how to stand up against somebody like whoever betrayed you. So they'll just sit and watch, or they'll tell you to be quiet, turn the other cheek. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Go back and watch my video, How to Battle in the Spirit. I give some tips, I give some trades, tricks and trades, tricks and tips on that series, on Battling in the Spirit. Yeah. And then you'll understand how you can keep hatred and bitterness and stuff off your heart, but still be able to speak the truth and declare what the judgment will be on that person if you are spiritually in the right, lawfully in the right. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And it can bring a joy to you. I'm telling you. It can bring a joy to you. Battling and fighting, yeah, it's not meant to be a happy experience. But at the same time, you can smile about some of the spoils that happen. You can smile about some of the sparring that happened in the moment. You know, you can find moments to smile and joy, have some joy, even in the midst of a battle with your hater and your enemy. Okay? So you guys go to my website, futuremepro.com, purchase some products. Okay, you can Cash App, PayPal if you want to support my Help Me Out channel ministry. And I'm grateful anyway. Thank you for all of you that already ordered from my website, candles. Get a journal and journal. Write the things down in a journal that God is doing to you, doing through you. Write down the experience of how the betrayal happened, what God told you in that betrayal, what his promises were to you through that betrayal. One promise is he will be an enemy to your enemies. Some of your friends and family don't understand what that means. They don't know what that means. God ain't going to be no enemy to your enemies. How is it? That's what his words say. Why would he not? Some people don't believe in their word. They don't believe that God can hate. Or that God has had to repent before. Okay? For one, to destroy people. So some people, they speak out of ignorance, not understanding what the word actually say. But when you understand, you can stand on things like that. You can pray like David prayed. Come against my enemies. Let his teeth be gnashed. Let his bowels spill out. He said it all up in the Bible. I think God honored him. So when you understand who you are righteously, and you know that you're right in the spirit and that person was completely wrong, and you have God's blessing and anointing and favor on that, you can pray as such. I pray that your teeth rot and fall out your face. I pray that everything you did, if you want to go that route. Sometimes you don't even have to go that route, because God will fight your battles for you. Depending on the situation and the circumstances, you have to be able to feel that out in the spirit between you and the Lord and that person that betrayed you. For me, it's a double. Because of the nastiness that was done to my father. And then done to disrespect me. And then my children. And then my mother's family. And then my children's father's family. And then, so many families. And I'm like, oh, it ain't going to be nothing nice. It's not even going to be pretty sight. So, understand, some families won't know what that means, that when God says, I will be an enemy to your enemies. If you are the chosen one, and you are the one that walks in righteousness, and you are the one that spends your time in meditation and prayer with God in spiritual places, and you're close with God like that, and someone mistakenly assumes that you're just a regular church person like everybody else, and they do something wrong to you and betray you, God said, I will be an enemy to your enemies. Meaning, whatever you speak on the judgment that you want for that person, if it is legally correct, God will allow it. I'm telling you now. So, I spoke also on knowing how to wield your power. Even if you have the authority and the right to do it, do you know how to give grace and mercy? Do you know how to wield your power when you have the opportunity to pronounce a judgment or a decree on someone? And that's a whole nother teaching. But you can go back through my series, like I said, Righteous Judgment and Battling in the Spirit. It'll give you more information if you want to know more about the spiritual side of things. So yeah, you guys, thank you my viewers for rocking with me, and I hope you enjoyed this video. That's, I hope it summed it up and helped you to get past some things, understand some things, know how to maneuver around some things, and accept your greatness and your shine. Accept your greatness and your shine. Know how to put everybody in their categories, and you stay focused. Keep your eyes on the prize, and you keep going straight. That's all. That's how you do that. Okay? So I love you guys. Help me out. And until next time, deuces.